Shalom, 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 shalom. All right, we're the Hebrew Israelites who come out week in and week out to prophesy the downfall and destruction of Babylon the Great, which you know as America, also known AKA as Egypt, Sodom and Egypt. All right, this is the horde that rides the beast. This is the last captivity, all right, of the Hebrew Israelites, which is the 12 tribes, of Israel. All right, from Judah on down, so-called Black, Latino, and Native American. All right. So we come out week in and week out to prophesy of this kingdom being destroyed, the 1/3 of the nation of Israel, of those 12 tribes coming out of here, being saved by Yahweh B'Shem Al-Shah. Before we do anything, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh B'Shem, Yahweh Shai, B'Shem Kadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, peace, many blessings, and salutations into the hopeful elect, the house of David, the Bayat Dawidah, for whom these epistles are written for in these last days. And as you see, prophecy is continuing on, marching on, all right, beat by beat. Okay, these people are starting to bug out. Hey, good. Okay, good for them. All right, these people are starting to realize that the power of Yahweh B'Shem Al-Shah is being exhibited through the earth. Even the heathen, starting with the so-called white man, is starting to acknowledge, all right, that there's some troubling parallels, okay, between this fall and many kingdoms before. So we're gonna go into an article to start this off, all right, and we're gonna go into the scriptures, all right, to basically, to back up the point. Or really, the scriptures is all we really need, but this devil is just confirming what we already know. Okay. Okay. Yeah. We just filtering this devil's thoughts, which he thinks his thoughts are original, right? But his thoughts are all borrowed or stolen. Okay. We've been saying it, starting with the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. So without any further ado, we're gonna go into it. This is from Yahoo News. Okay. This is from Yahoo News right here. As you can see the title. All right. Carl Icahn. Okay. Billionaire inventor Carl Icahn. All right. The so-called Jew himself, right? So this is what he had to say about the kingdom and one troubling parallel, which are many parallels. Okay. Might want to come in. You know what I'm saying? So there's many troubling parallels between Babylon the Great, which you know as America, all right, and many other kingdoms before. But Carl Icahn, the so-called Jew himself, is about to let us know in this article right here from Yahoo, okay? It says, billionaire investor Carl Icahn warns the worst is yet to come for investors and compares U.S. inflation to the fall of the Roman Empire. Now, we all know that the Roman Empire went out in a bad way, okay? It went out in a terrible way. There was many different, you had trannies, okay, in the Roman Empire. You had GMO food. You had all the same thing that you got here in America now. You had in the Roman Empire at the end, all right? And there's a parallel, and inflation is one of the things that is a parallel, all right, how the Roman Empire fell. Okay, the denarius, all right, fell, okay, and it became inflated, okay, before the end, just like the U.S. dollar will be, okay? It says, throughout 2022, Wall Street has repeatedly warned investors that a recession could be on its way. From J.P. Morgan Chase CEO Jamie Dimon to former Federal Reserve officials, the world's top economic minds have pointed practically in unison to the storm of headwinds facing the global economy and expressed fears about the potential for a serious downturn. It said, and by the way, you brothers, a lot of you brothers and sisters should understand that this devil is the one that's causing all this to go down. Okay, he's hogging all the energy, all the resources unto himself. Okay, and leaving everybody else out to dry. All right, and he's saying there's a shortage. Okay, listen to this thing. There's a shortage of water on the earth. The earth is made of over almost 80% worth of water. All right, it's like I'm not saying it right. All right, it's made up of over 80%. All right, of the water on the earth. Or you get what I'm saying? All right, it's like, all right, but he's saying that there's a shortage of water. That's ridiculous. Okay, that's just bad management. That's why you got to be removed. All right, it says in the U.S. consumers are grappling with a near 40-year high inflation and rising interest rates, and all while the world struggles to cope with the war in Ukraine. You gotta increase up, bring it on down. All right, this it says in the U.S. consumers are grappling with near 40-year high inflation and high rent and high rising interest rates, all while world struggles to cope with the war in Ukraine, the European energy crisis, China's Crown 19 zero policies, and more. And even after a more than 21% drop in the S&P 500 this year, Wall Street's best minds still think stocks have further to fall. That's saying something, okay? Saying that the stock market has already taken a tumble, okay? All right, we already are getting ready to go into recession, all right? But these investors, they're already forecasting something worse than that. What could be worse than the recession that you're in, okay? Well, there's going to be a complete tumble, all right? The economy is going to fall off a cliff. The dollar's going to be worth shit overnight. Literally. You're going to go to work and it's not going to be worth nothing. You're going to clock in and you're going to get paid, but it's going to be worthless. People are going to walk off the job. People are already quitting at a all-time high. Okay, you got unions popping up everywhere. This is all prophesied that the laborer, all right, would start to rise up against the master. All right. Let's go to Isaiah 47. We'll start. We're gonna grab a scripture real quick, okay? Because this was prophesied that Esau would take a tumble, okay? You know, another precept, if you can grab Satan is fall as lightning. But after Isaiah 47. Go ahead.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 47, and verse 1. Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon.
That's right. The Lord said that come down and sit in the dust. And what does dust represent? It represents confusion. Okay? So that dust, all right, it's going to be where you're going to be, it's going to be your final resting place. All right? For the captivity, all right, the worst captivity of all time, led by the so-called white man who is the Edomites. Okay? This will be the last captivity for the Israelites. All right? Go ahead.
Sit on the ground. There is no throne.
There is no throne for you, okay? All right, you so-called white people, if I were you, okay, if I were you, seriously, all right, with everything going on, if I was a so-called white person right now, I would take my credit cards and I would max it out, all right? I would live it up literally like it's 1999, because this is the last this is the last kingdom you so-called white people are ever going to rule. This is it, okay? This is it. You have fucked up the earth. Okay, there's GMOs everywhere. The birds are running to each other. All right, we can't really breathe air. They say there's a water shortage on the earth. Okay, that's crazy. That's insane. But that's bad management. That's what that is. Bad management. Okay, when you have bad management, what do? What do the top the CEOs do? They fire his ass and they get his ass out the building. That's what the so-called white man's gonna do. He's gonna get kicked out the building. Okay. You have run the earth into the ground, literally. Go ahead.
O daughter of the Chaldeans.
O daughter of the Chaldeans, and that's you. All right, you are the daughter of the Chaldeans. Go ahead.
For thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate.
The so-called white man will not be known as white anymore. White means pure. You're not pure, or you are pure evil. Okay. All right, but you're not in the definition sense of white. Okay, as you put on yourself in the 1600s. All right, go ahead.
Take the millstones and grind meal.
And grind the meal. That's what we're doing right now. We're grinding that meal. We're showing everybody, all right, what exactly is going on in this kingdom. Go ahead.
Uncover thy locks.
Uncover thy locks. We're showing all the wickedness that America is propagating throughout the entire earth. Okay? And we're not shy about it. You know, back in the 60s and 70s, hell, in the 50s and 40s, man, black people, you would never see black people out here cursing out the so-called white man to his face. You would have never saw this, all right? Our people are too docile, all right, too scared. We're still not loyal, okay? You can buy our people off, all right? Give them a check, all right, and a position, okay, and tell them if they want to make a damn music video or rapper, okay, have a fucking title, our people will sell the fuck out, all right? That time has come to end. Go ahead.
Make bare the leg.
Make bare the leg. What did you do when you make bare the leg? You're exposing. What? You lifting up that skirt, right?
Uncover the thigh.
Uncover the thigh. Okay, so when in war, like the elder always says, when in war, when you have a piece of flesh showing, okay, you're exposed. All right, I can go attack that area. Or, you know, brothers, if you grew up on wrestling, okay, one of my favorite wrestlers was Ric Flair. Okay, you start limping around that ring, Rick go go for that leg. You already know. Hey, you see that limp, boy, that's over. He out here like shark to blood. Go ahead.
Pass over the river.
That's right, go ahead.
Thy nakedness shall be uncovered.
Thy nakedness shall be uncovered. Okay? Your nakedness is being exposed. Everybody can see what you, even with this image right here, this wicked ass image. Okay? This wicked ass image right here. Okay, it's been exposed, okay? Alright? There's no scripture you can find where who you call Jesus Christ looks like this. Okay? This is a goddamn lie. Alright, go ahead.
Yeah, thy shame shall be seen.
And thy shame shall be seen. Okay, now that the fact that you have inflation at an all-time high, okay, and it's correlating with the Roman Empire. No wonder niggas is running in people's houses today. Okay, go ahead.
I will take vengeance, and I will not beat thee as a man.
And that last part is talking about the one you ignorantly call Jesus Christ, which is Yahushua. He don't look like this. Okay, hold on a second. We're not saying that this is 100% Yahushua, but we're saying that this is a closer rendition of the one you ignorantly call Jesus Christ. This is what he would look like, not in this same form, but this is what he would look like if he was walking the earth. Okay, he don't look like some fucking white boy named Sunshine. Okay, who throws football for a living. All right, who sells weed on the side. That's what these goddamn these devils have painted. Okay, over and that goes into Job 9:24.
As for our Redeemer, the Lord Yahweh of hosts is his name.
That's right. The Lord Yahweh is our Redeemer. Who did he send? He sent the one you even call Jesus Christ. All right, he's the actual Redeemer. His name is Yah, meaning he, Hawashai, meaning Savior. Okay.
The Holy One of Israel.
The Holy One of Israel. Not only the entire world, okay? These stupid Christians led by the so-called white man and white woman, okay, have told our people for years, all right, that they're the Savior. Oh, we saved you out of the cave, out of the jungles of Africa. Fuck out of here. And led us to what? Okay? A gigantic cave. All right? That's what this place is. A gigantic cave. All right? Go ahead.
Sit thou silent and get thee into darkness.
That's right. Sit thou silent and get thee into darkness. Go ahead.
O daughter of the Chaldeans.
O daughter of the Chaldeans. Go ahead.
For thou shalt no more be called the Lady of Kingdoms.
You shall not be called the Lady of Kingdoms. Go to Revelation 18, please. You should not be called the Lady of Kingdoms. Go down to, I believe, 11.
Go back up to 6. Yeah, we can start at 6. All right, come on.
Go ahead.
It's the book of Revelation, chapter 18 and verse 6. Reward her even as she rewarded you.
That's right. We're going to reward you. We're going to reward you for everything that you have done, okay, times 2, all right, towards this earth and towards us and towards the other nations. And we're going to allow the other nations, all right, to have a little fun with you, but they're going to be in captivity right along with you. Go ahead.
And double unto her, double according to her works.
That's right. And double unto her according to her works. All right. Your works are wicked. Okay. Totally destructive. All right. All right. Your works, all right, is the so-called white man being in the leadership. This is what happens when we give the so-called white man the entire earth. Okay. See, they'll tell you, the so-called white man will tell you that he ruled since the beginning. All right. He's only been in rulership for 500 years. And look what the shit he's done for 500 years. What if he had this for over 1,000, 1,000,000 years? The earth wouldn't even be here no more. Go ahead.
And the cup which she had filled to her double.
That's right, filled to her double. All right, you're gonna get slavery times 2, Mr. So-called white man. All right, you're gonna get a slavery that you have. And like a lot of brothers say, man, I don't know how the hell you're gonna make it through the first few hours. All right, when righteousness comes on the earth, you can't be a goddamn tranny anymore. Okay, you can't be a mo. All right, any man dressing like a woman would be put to death. Okay, go ahead.
How much she has glorified herself.
How much she has glorified herself. America has glorified themselves throughout the entire earth. They say they're the shining city on the hill. That's what they say. Okay. Well, that hill's gonna get nuked off the earth. Okay, go ahead.
And live deliciously.
That's right. You live deliciously through your bullshit. All right. You told the entire world that the so-called white man is the hunk of the earth. Okay. He's the smartest. He has the highest IQ. Okay, all of these are lies. Then he also said, all right, there's something called the missing link. You ever heard of that? The missing link. All right, you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, yo, understand the so-called white man's science is racist baked in itself. Okay, the missing link goes into something called they say the missing link is you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. You're the missing link between the monkey and the fucking human, even though there's still monkeys on the earth. How the hell is there a missing link, you dumbass Edomites? Go ahead. Stupid ass Edomites, man.
So much
making
torment.
That stupid shit slack you.
So much torment and sorrow give her.
That's right. We're gonna give you plenty of torment. Okay? The fact that you even made up something called a missing link, all right, you're gonna get punished. All right? Go ahead.
For she said in her heart, I sit a queen.
Read that one more time.
It says, for she has said in her heart,
this the point.
I sit a queen.
I sit a queen. All right? And what does queen actually mean when you go into the word? It means whore. Okay? That's why we say the whore that rides the beast. When we open up the camp, this is that whore. All right? America is a whore. Okay? Everybody likes a whore for what they can do for what the whore can do for them. But once the whore is done doing what they can do for you, you get rid of the whore. Okay? That's what's going to happen to America. All right? Good.
For she said in her heart, I sit as a queen.
I sit a queen. Go ahead.
And am no widow.
And I am no widow. That's proud as hell. Okay? You can go to down 1 and 2 real quick. That's a proud ass devil. Okay? This devil is proud. Hey, Carl Icahn, as we was going into the article, Carl Icahn is recognized, and he's a so-called Jew, by the way. All right? Carl Icahn has recognized that this system, okay, this America as you know it is about to fall like the Roman Empire. All right? Go ahead.
It's the book of Obadiah, verse 3. The pride of thine heart hath deceived thee.
The pride of thine heart hath deceived you, Mr. So-called white man. Okay? And for you so-called Jakes, or Slaki, for you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, for you to tell us not to talk about the so-called white man, to me, you sound like a goddamn coon, okay? And we don't like coons, all right? Coons, all right, are gonna get put to death. All right, go ahead.
Thou that dwelleth in the clefts of the rock.
That's right, thou that dwelleth in the clefts of the rock. Don't they call themselves Caucasian? When you look into the word Caucasian means cave dweller, okay? Go ahead.
Whose habitation is high.
He loves some skyscrapers, don't he? He's got something called an International Space Station, correct? His habitation is high. He thinks of himself as God. Okay, go ahead.
That saith in his own heart, who shall bring me down to the ground?
That's the so-called white man in a nutshell. He says, I got the greatest military of all time. Who's going to bring me down? Well, the Lord is raising up a country called Russia and China. Oh, they've been in the news lately. I know you've heard them, okay? Russia and China are in the news for a reason. It's for prophecy, okay? We all understand what prophecy is. Prophecy says that Russia and China is going to shoot nukes on America. Very soon, by the way. Go ahead.
Though thou exalt thyself as an eagle.
Though thou exalt thyself as an eagle, okay? You think of yourself as the greatest country, the greatest people of all time. That's why you took our heritage, all right? You stole our heritage. You call yourselves Jews now, all right? And over in the land of Israel, all right, calling yourselves something that you stole. You stole our land, you stole our name, you stole our heritage, okay? You stole everything. And you still stealing, okay? And now the Lord has raised up our people, all right, the 12 tribes, all right, the men, all right, to come out and curse the so-called white man to his face. Go ahead.
And though thou set thy nest among the stars.
And though thou set thy milk. Hey, although you got an international space station, you ain't gonna be able to hide from the chariots of Yahweh Shema Shah. All right, go ahead.
Thence will I bring thee down.
That's right. The Lord said that he was gonna bring you down. Hey, and that's why we trying to tell our people, you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, your guns is not gonna bring the so-called white man down, okay? You trying to be cornered with the so-called white man is not gonna bring him down, all right? Please understand, Yahweh Shema Shah said that they were gonna bring it down, all right? This is what the Lord left, all right? That's why he said anybody that touched Cain, okay? Because Cain was grieved. When the Lord took away his pigmentation, all right, Cain was grieved. He was like, if people find me, they're gonna put me to death, okay? But the Lord said that anybody that touched Esau, or Slakia, Cain, which is Esau, okay? Anybody that touched Cain, all right, is gonna get sevenfold, all right, the destruction, all right? Go ahead.
Said the Lord, Yahweh, by Shem Yahushua.
That's right. Go back to Revelation 18. We're gonna go back to the article as soon as we can, brothers. I just wanted to establish the point that even the devil, the so-called Jew, the top tribe of the so-called white man's tribes, okay, the top tribe of Edom, is telling you, forecasting, which we've been doing starting with the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, all right, forecasting that there's going to be a fall, just like the Roman Empire went down, that's the way America's going to go down. Go ahead.
It's the book of Revelation, chapter 18 and verse 8. Therefore shall plagues come in one day.
Those plagues are coming right now. We see them. We recognize them. We do videos on them. Okay? Part of our job is to watch. That's why we're able to prophesy and tell the people what's going to happen before it happens. See, a lot of people think that we're just come out here looking goofy. Okay, that we don't know what the hell we're talking about. All right, we're not backed by science. Okay, when you go into the word science, it means to know. That's all. That's all it means, to know. The so-called white man made it sound more sophisticated when what really it is. Okay, he ain't even that smart. All right, you follow around behind the so-called white man. You're a damn idiot. Go ahead. Oh, you want to say something?
I was gonna say, a big part of that was that plantation Christianity.
Oh man,
dumb Negroes down, man. You know,
you going into that movie? What's that movie? Birth of a Nation. When you go into Birth of a Nation, which we met that guy. You know what I'm saying? We met that guy. He came up to our camp. Yeah, he literally came up taking pictures of us and was like, "Yo, I don't see it," you know. So we told him like, "Look, man, repent." But anyway, the point is, you know what I'm saying? They're like Birth of a Nation. You know, they had Nat Turner preaching they were trying to tell them to preach a doctrine, all right, where it was basically cut up, okay, and only glamorized slavery for the slaves and glamorized their masters. All right, you about to say something?
I was gonna say this. That's why a lot of these jakes don't believe what we say.
Yep.
You know, like the scriptures that we read now, they ain't even never even paid attention to. You know, they dealt, famine, destruction.
Right. Lamentation, mourning, and woe. All right, go ahead.
Therefore shall her plagues come in one day.
That's right, those plagues are coming. All right, they're already here actually. Okay, the fact that you got there's famine right now. That inflation, what do y'all think that inflation is going to lead to, guys? It's going to lead to a famine. What is that famine going to lead to? It's going to lead to carnal cannibalism. Okay, they're going to be cannibals. They're going to be groups of cannibals running around on the streets of America. All right, looking for the and these white people, they love blood anyway. They gonna eat whatever, you know. Your ass out there, if you're a woman, especially you women, man. All right, you women, boy, y'all better. It's about to get ugly, okay? They're already, before you move on, they're already trying to pass a bill. There's a group, okay, up in New York where they're trying to release all. They're trying to abolish all prisons. They're trying to open up every prison. What is that going to happen? What is that going to mean? All right, if every prison is open, okay, and there's a famine, what's going to happen? There's a shortage of water, okay? What is going to happen when you open up all those prison doors, okay, you let those so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans come up out of those prisons, all right, and with nothing to eat, nothing to drink, nowhere to live, what you think they're gonna do?
Purge.
It's gonna be a purge, just like up in Chicago, okay? Just like in Chicago, they're getting ready to pass a bill where it's gonna be legal to purge. All right, go ahead.
It says death and mourning and famine.
That's right, death, mourning, and famine. All right, that's what's coming to America. All right, sweet, sweet Jesus, America. All right, go ahead.
And she shall be utterly burned with fire.
And she shall be utterly burned with fire, all in one day. Okay, so there's gonna be many calamities going on at once. All right, you're gonna have brother against brother, family against family. Okay, cannibal against walking flesh. All right, you're gonna have animals out here. Okay, that's a part of the pale horse. All right. Hey, there are wicked spirits, okay, or evil spirits that are raised up in the last times. All right, and they are going to be more than happy to please the Heavenly Father to put you people to death. All right, go ahead.
It says, for strong is the Lord, Yahweh Bashimi Shai, who
right.
judges her.
That's right, go ahead.
And the kings of the earth, who have committed fornication and lived deliciously
That's right,
with her.
the kings of the earth, meaning Russia, China, not just them, but in UK, okay, Greece, all right, Israel, all of the kings of the earth are gonna say, hey man, America's the problem. Everybody gonna think like, man, why is every time she come, all right, every time they come over here, they always fucking up something. Everybody gonna get together and they gonna say, you know what, America's the problem. And then they're gonna point their nukes all simultaneously at America and they're gonna say, burn her. Okay, go ahead.
It said, shall bewail her.
That's right, and they shall bewail her. All right? The only people that's gonna be crying for America other than the Americans, the only people that's gonna be crying for America is gonna be the merchandise or the merchants, okay? Because America is a consuming nation, okay? The people who from across the seas, they sell a lot of merchandise here. So they're gonna bewail America because that money, that revenue stream is gonna be cut. Okay, once those nukes start to fly. Go ahead.
And lament for her.
That's right, and lament for it. Go ahead.
When they shall see the smoke of her burning.
When they shall see the smoke of her burning. What does that sound like? That sounds like nukes.
Heavy destruction.
Heavy destruction. All right? But our people just ho-hum, you know, like ain't nothing going on. They don't see none of this. They don't see the signs. They don't see the men out here. And we just gonna go on about our business. That's fine. That's fine. Guess what? The elect are the only ones that are gonna see this. All right? That's who we're speaking to. That's fine.
Verse 10, standing afar off for the fear of her torment, saying, alas, alas, that great city Babylon, that mighty city, for in 1 hour is thy judgment come.
That's right. For in 1 hour thy judgment has come. All right. Carl Icahn, okay, a so-called Jew, he recognizes that the fall of America is simultaneously with the Roman Empire. Now he's using one measure called inflation, which that's a part of it. Okay. But this time, when a Roman Empire falls, it's not gonna fall exactly like Rome. Okay. Because this one our people just took over and the wickedness continued, all right? But this time, you're going to be burned with fire, okay? Destroyed, all right?
And the merchants of the earth shall weep and mourn over her.
And what I just said earlier, okay? Backing up the scriptures, all right? The scriptures don't need to be backed up. They are what they are when you understand the spirit, all right? The Lord said that the merchants are the only ones that are going to bewail America. Those are the only ones that are going to say, hey, you know what, man, I miss America. All right, because the revenue stream is going to be cut short once the nukes start flying. Okay, go ahead.
For no man buyeth the merchandise anymore.
For no man buyeth the merchandise, so you can't. Gucci? You can't get no Gucci. The Gucci store going to be closed. Okay, all that shit's going to be closed. The Nike store, everything, Amazon, all that shit going to be closed permanently, okay? Once the nukes start flying, okay, you ain't gonna be able to go on wish.com All right, and get some broke down, whatever the hell, you know.
And then, you know, all these women out here, they ain't gonna be thinking about no Instagram.
Boy, oh my God.
No BBL, no breast implant.
Right.
Whatever they think about.
Hey, the doctor down in the DR, he gonna be closed for good. Okay? Yeah, you ain't gonna be able to get that BBL no more. That's over. Okay? You women are gonna realize, man, we're coming into some serious time. You can keep fucking around and think it's a game. This ain't a game, yo. This is not a game. This is not a drill. This is real talk. All right? The Lord said that he's got a destruction coming to America that no other kingdom has ever seen. That's including the Roman Empire. Okay? That's including the Egyptian Empire. All right? The Egyptians fell. They never came back into power. The Romans fell. They never came back into power. Okay? The Babylonians fell. They never came back into power. All right? Once America falls, this place is never going to come. It's not even going to exist. All right? When we get our kingdom, this will be nothing but a gigantic desert. Okay? A gigantic big ass desert. All right? Where a lot of doleful creatures, okay, are going to dwell here, and they're going to, and our kids and next generations, they're going to be like, what was this place before? We're going to tell them the story of America. Okay? We're going to tell them, okay, hey, look, this is what we used to have. Cars. They're like, what the hell is cars, Dad? Okay, well, these machines that the so-called white man created, okay? All right, they were riding up and down the streets, okay? Are they like our streets, Dad? No, they weren't like our streets. It was dirty, okay? The people smell, the city smell. You about to say something?
All kind of pollution.
All kind of pollution. We're going to sit and really tell our kids these stories, okay? Because they're not going to know what the hell, they're not going to know that there was a place as wicked as America, okay? All right? That's why we were here, all right, to come out and prophesy this word. But
it says the merchants of gold and silver,
that's right,
and precious stones and of pearls and fine linen.
And that's what we're gonna tell our children. All right? This whore had, you know how you see a prostitute walk the street or whatever. She looked broke down, heels all messed up. You know, messed up nails, and you know, this whore was decked out. You know, like them top end whores. You know what I'm saying? That whore that you know, you go to escort service. You know, the call girl. That's what America is. Okay? That's what America is. America is a call girl, a top end. Okay? You got to go to Las Vegas to get a whore like America. Okay?
And purple and silk and scarlet and all fine wood, and all manner of vessels of ivory, and all manner of vessels of precious wood, and of brass, and of iron, and marble, and cinnamon, and odors, and ointments, and frankincense, and wine, and oil, and fine flour, and wheat, and beasts, and sheep, and horses, and chariots, and slaves, and souls of men.
What is that? And slaves.
Souls
and souls of many. That's America, okay? America, the story of America is being written, it's like it's being read right now, okay? How rich that America was and how fast of a fall it's gonna have. All right, go to, where you at? Revelation. Go to, where we go? Isaiah 47. 46. And this is just that's why we enjoy what we're doing. You see, we get a lot of stress off, right, from now during the work. I mean, during the week. All right, when we go out and be around these people and listen to their wicked conversation. This right here is a blessing to come out and curse you people to your face. And then the Lord, that's how we know the Lord is in control. All right, the Lord is in control. We're not afraid of you people. All right, good.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 47 and verse 6. I was wroth with my people. I have polluted mine inheritance and given them into thine hand.
That's right. The Lord gave us into your hands. All right, Mr. So-called white man. This was not something that you, okay, out of his own. You just came up and you're so smart and so intelligent, all right, that you just took over the world because you were just the top being on the earth. Fuck out of here. Go ahead.
Thou didst do them no mercy, according to anger, and thou very heavy laid thy yoke. Thou didst shew them no mercy. Upon the ancient as thou very heavily laid thy yoke.
You didn't show us any mercy. All right, you didn't show us any mercy. All right, and you damn sure didn't show the ancient of our people, all right, which are the older people. You didn't show them any fucking mercy neither. All right, you had them out there picking the same amount of cotton right along with us in the hot ass sun. You didn't care that our grandmothers and our grandfathers, okay, were old of age, back going out, knees going out, barely can see, okay, but you had them in the hot ass sun picking cotton right along with us. All right, are we going to show you mercy? What did the scripture say in Revelation 18? It said, give to them double. Okay? We see an old ass Edomite.
Jake, that made me sick. Just as you were speaking on the elderly, you know, you had an older woman.
Right.
But she you know, she disregarded the word.
Right.
Like she disgusted.
Right, because she seen the sign.
So you should be proud of somebody coming out here speaking over you, man.
Right. Right. They don't care, bro. They don't care because they think to themselves that sweet Jesus is gonna somehow, you know what I'm saying, rectify everything. Okay? Sweet Jesus is the answer to everything. Well, he's led you in this captivity for over 4,500 years, and you niggas still don't get it. But that's fine. That's fine. The elect will get it, though.
It says, and thou said, I shall be a lady forever.
And thou said, I shall be a lady forever. Meaning, America thinks in their mind, through the pride, they think because they have the greatest military, okay, which we will give you that. We'll give you that. America has the greatest military that the earth has ever seen. But the problem for you is that the Lord wants to prove whether that's true or not. Are you the greatest military, period? All right? You say, America says they boast in their military, okay? But the Lord is sending something called the chariots, okay? And they're testing out whether to see if the so-called white man is what he says he is, okay? And we're gonna find out if your military is that great, all right? Because when the Lord sends when he sends the one you ignorantly call Jesus Christ back, okay, you're gonna have to fight against the Lord, and it's not gonna go pretty. It's gonna be a first round knockout, okay? The so-called white man's gonna fall the first goddamn hour. Go ahead.
So that thou didst not lay these things to thine heart.
That's right. You didn't lay to your mind that you were touching the apple of the Lord's eye, which is the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. When you enslaved the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, did you know what you were doing? Did you realize what you were doing? When you were hanging us from trees, did you know what you were doing? Did you know that you touched the Lord's people? Did you know that? You didn't. Okay, well now this is why America is getting the hell that's catching right now. All right? You want to know why there's inflation? You want to know why there's a famine going on? Because the Lord hates this place, and he's about to destroy it with nuclear fire. Go ahead.
Neither did I remember the latter end of it.
And you didn't remember the latter end. You didn't care. You thought you knew better. You thought the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans are nothing more than cannon fodder. They're nothing more than slaves. They get that's the only thing that a so-called black, Latino, and Native American is good for. Okay? That's all they're good for. All right? Go ahead and send his ass into war. All right? That's what our people, that's what the so-called white man thinks. All right? But unfortunately for you, Mr. So-called white man, it's not gonna go pretty for you. You fuck with the wrong people, Mr. So-called white man. Mr. Edomite, you fuck with the wrong people, okay? And you're gonna fall just like the Pharaoh did. Pharaoh, Egypt fell, he never got back up. Okay, the Babylonians fell, okay? Just like this the same way America's gonna fall, all right? Because you touched the wrong people, but
therefore hear now this, thou that art given to pleasure.
Read that one time.
Therefore hear now this, thou that art given to pleasure.
Hey, you're given unto your pleasure. You think, oh man, it's gonna be sunny skies and I mean, it's gonna be sunny skies. It's gonna be nothing but rainbows. All right, it's gonna be all love once we get that that microchip implanted. I watched that movie, by the way. It wasn't that good, but I liked it. It was decent. It was kind of corny, but you know, it is what it is. Shoestring budget.
It says that dwelleth carelessly, that saith in thine heart, I am, and none else beside. beside me.
That's the pride of the so-called white man. The so-called white man says he's never going to fall because he says he has the greatest military on earth. And guess what? The Lord is the type of power that says, okay, bet. Because you know the Lord is a so-called black man, all right? That's what the Lord said, okay, bet. You know how black people are, all right? Run it. You the best, huh? Run it, okay? And the Lord finna find out.
Are you guys Hebrew?
We are.
Hi, Shalom.
Shalom. Shalom.
I'm a fellow sister. How y'all doing?
Okay, how you doing?
I was just thinking, I was like, they got, because I know those are like the remembrance of all,
Right.
the Most High, commandments and all that. So, okay, well, hi, y'all.
Right.
How y'all doing?
We out here every Saturday. Really, I mean, I don't know what camp you learned from.
A gathering.
A gathering. What's his name? Carl. Yeah. We have our differences because we came up under the elders of Apostles of Great Millstone.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So you should look them up. I mean, I'm not trying to say, but I don't, I just we came up under the elders of Apostles of Great Millstone, and you know what I'm saying? I've been in the truth since 2015.
Oh wow.
How long you been? 4 years, something, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So,
I just
kind of came in a little bit.
Like
Take your time, you know what I'm saying? Take your time. Another thing, I'm glad that you have your head covered.
Yeah, it's the Sabbath today, so I'm trying not to spend any money. Still a hard thing.
I mean, yeah, okay. I can tell you kind of new, you know what I'm saying? So, like I said, just take your time, but take seriously this message though, because you already know. I mean, you see the inflation and everything that's going on, and this is not by accident. You know what I'm saying? The Lord is doing all of this. And, our people, as you can see, our people just mosey up and down the street. They don't care. They don't hit us with.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it's fine. It's fine because the Lord get Romans 11 and 4. And so our people think, when you first come in, I know you be want to tell everybody, hey look, don't you know you're an Israelite? Yeah, you're an Israelite.
That was when I first started. But I had to learn how to operate in a pagan world.
Yeah.
Because it's like, once you draw attention to who you are, it's like,
you don't be walking around with fringes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
See, people be, you know what I'm saying? You already, it's funny how she's only been in this long, a little bit of time, and you realize that. But a lot of our people don't. They be bringing an unnecessary drama to themselves, and people be sniggering behind their back, bringing drama with it.
All right, it's the book of Romans, chapter 11 and verse 4. But what saith the answer of God unto him? I have reserved myself 7,000 men.
7 means completion. It's more than 7,000. Really, we talk about the 144,000, but that's just going to be the next government to come, okay? Because there's going to be a 1/3. And 1/3 is going to be made up a lot more women and children. You know what I'm saying? So it says it's a great multitude. All right,
who have not bowed the knee to the image of Baal.
Okay, we have not bowed the knee to this is a part of the image. I know that some teachers teach that this is the image. This is a part of the image. Everything around you, look around you, the skyscraper, everything that you see around you, this is all the image. Okay, even this right here, this is a part of the image. But this is the mark. This is what's gonna lock you in.
Right.
Okay. So like, you see how they building 5G cities.
Right.
Okay. They tearing down all these poles and things of that nature. It's gonna put you on the grid, and this is gonna lock you in. Right. You're gonna basically become an android.
That's why I haven't gotten any of the vaccines or any of that. Cause I was compromised my job.
Your people were messing with you, right? They were
really bad. Like I was getting backlash for not getting. I'm like, listen, y'all. We the experimental population.
Right.
We gotta be aware of what's going around because it's like the opioid thing. Like that's just another like the COVID, opioid. That's just all a distraction.
Right.
It's a spiritual battle.
Right.
So it's supposed to keep you. You have to be grounded in the truth that you feel propaganda. You have to actually be aware. But continue with what you were saying.
All right, verse 5. Even so then, at this present time, also there is a remnant according...
A remnant. So there's going to be a lot of people in Zechariah 13. There's going to be a lot of people in our people, all right? Because that's another prophecy. I don't know how much you go into prophecy or whatever, but that's another prophecy where your own family members are going to turn against you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There's gonna be your own mother. People don't even think like that. You gotta think like that in these days because when the market is getting ready to be implemented, they're gonna come on. They're gonna use like at first they're gonna use like artists. You know what I'm saying? Like Beyonce or whoever your favorite artist or your favorite sports
I
player.
don't really have too much of those.
Yeah, but you know what I mean.
That I know what you mean.
They're gonna use influence because
Right.
the so-called Black, Latino, Native American are very influential.
Right.
We got something called influencers.
Right.
You know. Yeah. You know I've been here for about 3 years. Okay. All right, cool. But, all right, go ahead, man.
All right, it's the book of Zechariah, chapter 13, and verse 8. And it shall come to pass that in all the land, saith the Lord Yahweh, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die.
That's right. And there are some of our people that are walking around like that we know personally. You know, this gonna be hard, especially when you first come in. It's hard. That's a hard pill to swallow. You know what I'm saying? Like, do I want my brothers? You know, I got brothers and stuff like that. I got uncles and cousins and all that kind of. Hey, if they ain't right with the Lord, it is what it is, and that's a hard pill to swallow. A lot of Israelites can't get past that part.
I was in a depression like during that season because I knew I had to limit who I surround myself around. Because though I'm not necessarily a follower, but you know the saying, you are who you surround yourself with.
Exactly.
So it's like just standing there watching me.
Right.
But I was just like, I think those guys are Hebrew Israelites because it's the Sabbath.
Right.
It's almost, I think sunset is about done, so I think that's when y'all kind of started.
Yeah.
And I was just, well, maybe during the Sabbath because we're teaching.
Right.
But I was just like, oh yeah, there might be Hebrew Israelites in Hebrew. And he knows, like, I'm a Hebrew Israelite. And I had to, like, cut off a relationship with somebody who believed in, like, the ancestors and, like, worship them. And it was like, I really loved him. But it was just like, he did the whole ancestral thingy with his, because, his family. And he kind of aligned with...
I'm gonna give you some good advice. Okay, you can take it whether you want to. All right. Now this is what my elders taught me. Right. If you're with somebody in the world, right, not leave them. I mean, as far as especially with you being a woman, don't leave them because you don't know the Lord might use you as the vessel to wake them up. Now, does that mean that you got to preach to them every day or every other day, or no? You ain't got to do it. But the Lord might use you as a vessel, you know what I'm saying, to bring him in or whoever, so they'll see the light shining within you. That's why a lot of these camps, like IURC and shit like that, they'll tell them like, yo, you gotta get with you gotta leave your husband. We're not preaching on shit like that. You know what I'm saying? That's going off too. You know what I'm saying? Because you're causing adultery. You know what I'm saying? A lot of crazy stuff. Anyway, but the point is, man, just be the shining light. Now, if the Lord separates you from that person, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? That's fair. That's because the Lord wanted it. All right. Bro, they ride around the whole town like that. Literally, bro.
And I mean, how is it private?
Right, and they closed, bro.
That's what they did when Elder Ricard was out on the streets like this. They was always trying to get them off the street.
Man, I've been teaching, literally in this same spot right here. I've been teaching for 3 years. 3 years. And he's the first guy. He came last week. He's the first guy, because they had security guards before. But, you know what I mean? Like, he's saying all that, but whatever.
Somebody using him.
Yes. What I tell you that? They don't like it. Anyway, the point I was making is that do not leave your husband, like, you know what I'm saying? Because, I mean, I'm not saying it right. Like, don't, like.
I date to marry, so
yeah,
that's the right term.
But don't castigate your whoever you are with. You know what I'm saying? Don't break them over the cold every day. And everything like that. Just keep this to yourself. Whatever the Lord wants to raise them to that point, He will. But we're not here to real with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're not really supposed to speak to you without your husband or whatever. You know, it's just order. We believe in that.
Yeah.
But because you came up in order.
It says, but the third shall be left therein.
That's right. Read that from top. Okay.
The book of Zechariah, chapter 13, and verse 8. And it shall come to pass that in all the land, said the Lord Yahweh, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die.
2 parts that, like I was saying earlier, that's a hard pill to swallow. Okay, a lot of Israelites can't. There's Israelites that been in the truth for a long time that can't get past that part. Like, man, my uncle, my favorite cousin, or even if you got sons or daughters, hard. But that's what makes the truth so powerful. Because the Lord's gonna test your loyalty. You ain't gonna just be in this thing and just think you just gonna coast by. I'm an Israelite. Nah, the Lord gonna test you. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna bring all type of strife. I've had many strifes. You know what I'm saying? Parents, brothers. Now we good now because it's been some years, so I learned how to grow up. But
it says, but the third shall be left therein.
That's right, but the third shall be left therein, right? So that third is a great multitude. When you go into the scriptures, it talks about a number of people that cannot be numbered. That's a lot of people. But that's a great number of people that can't be numbered. So there's we believe in our faith, that's gonna be a lot of the 1/3 is gonna be made of a lot of women, a lot of children. You know what I'm saying? So even young ladies like yourself, that's a blessing. You know what I mean? I don't know how old are you?
I'm 21.
21 years old. When I was 21, I'm 38 now. I'm like, when I was 21, I wasn't thinking nothing about this.
Yeah, it's weird because I have a lot of church experience. Like, I'm the only Hebrew Israelite in my family.
Oh,
outside of like.
That's how I be.
Yeah, so it's like I have long lines of pastors, bishops, first ladies in their own Christian church. And my grandparents don't know that I'm a Hebrew Israelite.
Good.
On purpose.
Yeah,
on purpose. Because I don't want to stop my blessings, and I don't want to be like, I don't want to separate myself unnecessarily. Because that's how I was when I was younger. I would separate myself unnecessarily. It would be a lot of isolation, a lot of reading, and a lot of like watching videos, and me in a way looking down on other people.
Yep.
And building
put a spirit of pride on you.
Yeah, building resentment.
Yeah, it'll put pride on you. You'll start talking like whenever you go home, watch the documentary of Joy Morton.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's what she was doing. She joined IUIC over in the UK, and she kind of was moving in that spirit where she was.
Oh yeah, I think I heard about that. I think A. Catherine talked about that.
Yeah. She's no longer on the earth though.
Yeah.
So, but I saw the documentary the other day. Anyway, we're gonna get back to the script. Go ahead.
All right, verse 9. And I will bring the third part through the fire and refine them as silver is refined.
That's right. And the fire is talking about yeah, everything. Well, actually, yeah, that's good. Go ahead. That's good.
And will try them as gold is tried.
That's right. So you're gonna be trying as gold. Meaning you're gonna have to go through things. I've lost apartments. I've lost jobs. I'm doing good now because the Lord had to take me through all that. He had to build me up. You know what I'm saying? I had to really, I was homeless for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And, hey, the Lord took me through a lot, man, but I thank the Lord for it. It made me strong. Because it takes a man to come out and do what we're doing. A lot of men, they see this and they're like, I don't know part of that. They'll stay on the keyboard. You know what I'm saying? How are we going to tell our people, face to face? Yeah, we can do it on the internet or whatever, but we got to be out here.
It says, they shall call on my name.
Mm-hmm. And they shall call on my name, which the name, now, I'm sure that Rakah, I know there's going to be there's going to be a difference, all right? But this is the actual name. I know he's saying his name is Ahia and Ashaya. That's not his name. When you actually go into it, it's Yahweh Shai. Yah meaning he, Hawah Shai meaning Savior, okay? That's the name you pray into. Or pray to, or Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai. Yahweh means his
That's
father.
how we use like Ahaya Bahashim Yashai. That's how we pray.
Yeah. I don't have the time to really go into, you know what I'm saying, but I can. Yeah. But what I would suggest is, again, go home, look up GMS apostles and elders, or you can look it up on your phone.
Yeah, I'm looking at my notes.
Yeah, GMS apostles. You know what I'm saying? You can go on the comment board if you have questions and things of that nature. They're very accommodating. You know what I'm saying? We seem a little mean, but trust me, we're really nice guys. You know what I'm saying?
No, you guys are great.
Right.
I think I've been baptized for about a year, so I was rebaptized.
Under the moniker.
Yeah, so
12 and 49. This is the actual baptism that you're going through, all right? The first baptism what you're talking about, alluding to John, right?
Yeah.
So John came to baptize with water, all right, for our sins. But this time, Yahushua is coming to baptize with fire, right?
Yeah.
It's the book of Luke, chapter 12, and verse 49. It says, I come to send fire on the earth, and what will I, if it already be killed?
What does that mean? That means that there's going to be a lot of going on, or there's a lot of things going on simultaneously. As you can see, even at 21 years old, you can see that the gas prices are rising. This is, hey, your grandparents can think of a time when the gas was 75 cents, and now we're at $5. Jobs, okay, everywhere you go. Now look, I travel for a living. That's what I do. I go all across the country. Never in a time that I've ever seen where there's help wanted signs everywhere, literally, even in small towns. A couple of years ago, you couldn't get a job. A lot of people had to move to metropolitan cities like Atlanta. But now you can get a job anywhere.
This is true. I work 2 jobs now. One, I'm an infant teacher, and the other one, I'm a registered behavioral technician. So I work with kids on the spectrum. So I do behavioral analysis.
God bless you. I can't deal with children. So I don't have to pay.
I really want children. Like, I really do. Hopefully, Most High will. Hopefully,
Lord will give you that blessing, man.
He'll give me that eventually.
Just pray in the right name. Yahweh Ba'Shem El Shai. Remember that.
Yes,
you can put it in your notes if you want, you know.
Okay. Let me take a peek. Y'all mind if I take a
go
picture
ahead.
of that real quick?
Absolutely. That's what we got to sign for.
Thank you.
No problem.
Go ahead, friend. Sorry.
It's verse 50. But I have a baptism to be baptized with. And how am I straightened till it be accomplished?
That's right. So the Lord has a baptism to baptize me. That's that fire. All right. The affliction that you're going through at your job, the people that's around you, your family members, that's an affliction. That's fire that you're being baptized with. Okay. And the Lord looks down and He wants you to pray to Him. Okay, and lean upon Him. All right, not necessarily the system. Matter of fact, get Isaiah 30 and
yeah, I've been praying to be a better woman of the Most High, better daughter.
Right.
I just ask to be better because,
right.
Sometimes it's self-fulfilling.
Hey, this in the world, you already on the right track because the fact that you understand you got to be pretty much Clark Kent in a world where it's wicked. You can't be wearing your cape everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
All right, so the book of Isaiah, chapter 30, and verse 1. Woe to the rebellious children, said the Lord Yahweh.
That's right, the Lord said, woe to the rebellious children. Who's more rebellious than the so-called black Latino Native American? Super rebellious. Even our people that are older of age, they're set in their ways, they can't be told anything, they look at you and say, you're 21. You know, what do you know? You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
That take counsel, but not of me.
This is good counsel we're giving. Okay, this is the Lord said that our people take counsel, but not of Him, which we're the counsel of Yahweh Ba'Shem Shai. They're counseling with the so-called white people.
It's just your bag.
Oh, notice how the police they came.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
I wasn't gonna say that. I wasn't gonna say that.
Whatever.
You know what? I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna just say it. You're kind of a cute young lady. I'm thinking that's what it was.
Probably, maybe. I
That's what I think it was.
I also have the books of Enoch, Jasher, and Jubilee. So
No.
No.
Get rid of that.
What Bible should I?
Stay with the King James Bible
And the
Apocrypha.
I have the Apocrypha.
Stay with those.
Stay with those.
Do not get into the book of Jasher, the book of Enoch. You about to say something?
Yeah, they call those pseudo-science books.
Okay.
They're written by, they're actually made up by me.
Yeah.
Because our elders actually went in and did the breakdowns on them, did videos on them, and it was like they were talking about 5,000 feet men, and it was crazy all over the place. Stay away from that.
Okay.
Yeah.
It says, and that cover with a covering, but not of my spirit.
That's right. The covering of the covering is this right here. The name, that's the one. As a matter of fact, can you get the scripture where it says, the Lord's name is a strong tower? Because that's why this is what we go into. This is like into a lovely song, right? So right now you're dancing to this song. This is literally a song that you're dancing to. When you go home and watch the videos or whatever, you're basically learning, right? Relearning because we all came up in that concentration camp called elementary school and middle school and high school. You know what I'm saying? And we're learning. We have to relearn. Like even I came into the truth when I was like 32 or whatever, and I had to relearn 32 years of. You know what I'm saying?
All I knew was that we were slaves.
Exactly.
And there was nothing
I'm from
past that.
Africa.
Right.
That's all I knew.
That's all I knew.
Yeah, but we had to relearn that because I just ordered a book. There's another book you can get from Babylon to Timbuktu. That's the actual history. It's you can get it from Amazon. I just ordered it myself like last week. But from Babylon to Timbuktu, that's the actual history of how we got into Africa. You know what I'm saying? Because we escaped Roman persecution during the 70 AD, or because Romans sacked Israel. A lot of us escaped into Africa. Okay, that's why they think we're from Africa.
Right.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 18 and verse 10. The name of the Lord Yahweh is a strong tower.
The name of the Lord Yahweh is a strong tower. Okay, you gotta realize, like, look, I get that you're learning from a gathering. I came in, actually, I didn't learn anything. I just came and understood that I was an Israelite from ISUPK. I didn't learn anything. When I learned from the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, that's when I started to really learn. That's when I started to understand who I was, what my purpose was, what I'm supposed to do, you know what I'm saying, and how to really break down these scriptures. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't just allow you, they don't just give you a breakdown. They tell you to go look it up yourself.
Yeah.
They'll give you the word, hey, look, you go to the blue letter, and you read it for yourself. Then you'll gain understanding yourself. You know?
It says the righteous runneth into it.
Read one more time.
Okay. It says the name of the Lord Yahweh is a strong tower. The righteous runneth into it.
That's right. The name of the Lord is a strong tower. Okay. Pray in that name, Yahweh. Not this guy right here. This guy right here. You know what I'm saying? This has been a stronghold we were trying to break for the last.
That's one way to get attention.
You know, I know. You see how people are. If you can see the looks that people give us when they come out here, that's fine. You know, the Lord told us to basically, hey, proclaim this truth. Because what's going to happen in America is you can see it right now. Inflation, all of this is going to lead towards all hell breaking loose on the streets.
Right.
People are going to be out. There's going to be cannibals out here. There's literally going to be groups of men running out here eating people. Yeah, the movie, I don't know if you ever seen The Road.
I seen The Purge, all of them.
The Purge, Chicago. They just passed a bill in Chicago that is basically going to be legal to purge.
Yeah.
Pretty much. LA. Do I have to talk about LA? That's pretty much all of it. Every man for themselves. The rapper P&B, he just found out. You know, sorry he had to lose his life like that, but it is what it is. You know, you can't be flashy out here. You know what I'm saying? In Atlanta, people are going to, look, I'm sure y'all hear about people getting their houses and apartments and stuff kicked in, which I know y'all, that's why y'all got the big dog, you know what I'm saying? You're going to get a surprise. But that's what I'm saying, like, it's getting dangerous out here. That's why it's so important, why you still got a chance, all right, to come back to your how about your shop. So important. Because a lot of people going to wish they knew. Where those guys at? Where those guys at with the dress on?
The one who've been telling.
Right.
Honestly, I've been kind of trying to put it to the side, like, I guess, prophecy, and because it's like hard for me to try and enjoy life.
It's hard to swallow, it's hard.
It's hard for me to enjoy life, and then it's just like, you know this going to happen, right? I'm like, oh.
You know the dollar's going to crash.
Right.
You know the Bitcoin's bullshit.
Yes.
You know all of this. If you know all this, it's going to put a spirit on you at first. Like, I still have to go to work. This brother still got to go to work. You know what I'm saying? We still got bills. He got a family to take care of. I got a family, you know what I'm saying? These are still responsibilities. We're not telling you to quit your job or anything like that. We're just telling you the prophecies are going to come to pass. You know what I'm saying? So when it happens, you're not going to be surprised. Matter of fact, go to Isaiah 33 and 6. 33 and 6.
Because I was just telling him about, we should watch some videos.
Y'all brothers. Oh man, y'all look so much alike. I swear to God.
She don't
light
believe
skin?
it.
No, I don't.
Maybe I'm just, I'm just weird.
No, you're not.
Go ahead.
the book of Isaiah, chapter 33 and verse 6. It says, and wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy time.
Read one more time.
Wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy time.
The fact that you have this wisdom right now, that you come up and that you know that this is going to be implemented. See that vaccine? Okay, that was just a test one. That was just to see who's going to actually bow down. The Lord, we have read in Romans 11, it said 7,000, which means it's not going to bow to people. You know what I'm saying? That right there is not going to make people, all right, that are people that are in the name of Yahweh Shema Shai, they're not going to be afraid because they already know what's going to happen. They know what's coming. All right, so this is going to be a big test. Okay, it's going to be a big test. A lot of people are going to fail. We just read in Zechariah 13 and 8. Two-thirds, a big cut up 2/3 out of a pie. That's a big ass power of pie. A lot of people gonna perish. Sad to say, but that's what's gonna happen. You know?
It says, and wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy time.
The stability of thy time. Okay, so while everybody else is bugging out, okay, while everybody else is like, what's going on? You're gonna be in a calm work. Because you're gonna be tested. Famine's gonna touch everybody, even us. It's gonna touch all of us. But the thing that comforts us is understanding that prophecy must come to pass. Right?
And strength of salvation.
And it's gonna be the strength of salvation. So the Lord said that, matter of fact, go to Matthew 24 and 13. You know what I'm saying? So the Lord said that salvation, all right, part of your salvation is being having wisdom and knowledge.
Pray for that all the time.
That's
Salvation,
good.
courage.
You just can't pray to Ahaya. No, you hear her say Ahaya, man. Now
I
say
do say
Yahweh.
Ahaya.
It's Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua.
Okay.
That's the name.
That's what I've been taught.
I understand,
So-
but now we because we have to defend the doctrine, we gotta tell you the correct name.
I did pray for wisdom, so.
That's fine. You just gotta pray in the right name, you know.
Right.
Go ahead.
Calling anyone.
The book of Matthew, chapter 24, verse 13. But he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved.
But he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. So that means you're not gonna bug out. And as soon as you get a plate of pork, you know what I'm saying? You're like, yo, fuck it, I ain't eating in a week. Fuck it, I'm just going ahead. No. Hold on to that faith, because just like with you heard of the story with Abraham when when the Lord wanted him to sacrifice Isaac.
Yeah.
And he was going to sacrifice Isaac, but he was a test of his faith. That's right. So he was going to do it, but the Lord said, nah. He just wanted to test it. You know what I'm saying? And he took that away and gave him a lamb to sacrifice his day. That's the kind of faith you gotta have. Shrimp was the problem for me. Shrimp was the problem. Yeah. I never really got down with crab legs. It was too hard to eat. Like the crab, I never got down with it.
I love crab legs.
Yeah.
Shrimp and all that was so hard.
The shrimp was hard.
So hard, and it was like all crazy. But my one of my family, like my immediate family, had lifestyle of who I am and who I found myself to be now. It took them a little bit, but they moved with me. Like they don't eat as much shrimp. They'll cook me a separate plate, like with certain things. Like I was just like, this is
It takes time. It takes time. My mom recently just was like, I don't eat shrimp no more, because I told her about how shrimp is a part of the arthropod family, which the arthropod family is the same family as roaches. Like roaches is arthropod. It's like shrimp. So if you eat shrimp, you basically eat roach.
right.
You know what I'm saying? And you're supposed to clean, just like roaches. They're there to clean, you know what I'm saying, or whatever, or vegetables.
They eat other animals' foods and all that.
Right,
and that.
exactly. You're eating that. Exactly. I'm sorry, I don't mean to be so. But
That's what it is. I mean, that's what it is.
Verse 14. And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations.
That's right. So this gospel is being preached. We're two brothers, but there's other brothers as you know all across the world. Hell, we got brothers in the UK, we got brothers in Australia, we got brothers in Holland. Okay, we got brothers all over the world. Tanzania, hell, South Africa. Okay, We got brothers everywhere, man. This is a powerful word, man.
It is.
You know what I'm saying? I think that's it.
Do you mind if you can say his name again in the voice memo?
Yeah.
Just in case my man got it right. I just don't want to mispronounce
It's
it.
fine. It's Yahweh. Father's name is Yahweh. Son's name is Yahweh Shah.
I know Yahweh Shai. I know everything you're saying like
That's the
that.
son.
They've said it in the prayer.
Right.
So
Oh, they said it in the prayer?
yeah, they say it in the prayer.
That's crazy. I didn't even know that.
They said what Ahaya, Bahashim Yeshaya.
You just gotta get you.
Yeah,
I know. Right? It's you know.
we're gonna figure it out. I'm gonna pray for wisdom and I'm gonna
Right.
try it. And if I, let's see,
Right.
trial and error. And
Right. No problem. Yeah.
It's Acts chapter 4, verse 12. It says, neither is there salvation in any other, for there is none other name under heaven given among men.
Read that one more time.
It says, Acts chapter 4, verse 12. It says, neither is there salvation in any other, for there is none other name
There's
under
no
heaven.
other salvation in any other. Ahaya, Shia, Yahweh, Shia, how they say, there's no salvation in that. So there's no other salvation in any other name. So that's why we're harping. We're kind of, you got to keep an eye on it. But that's why we're harping on that name, because like I was saying earlier, this is likened to a lovely song. So when you sing a song, you know the hook. And the hook is so important. With the so-called black Latino Native American, you sing the wrong hook, you're gonna be like, well, that ain't how it go. You know what I'm saying? And, that's just how it goes. Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai is the hook. Those are the lyrics. You know what I'm saying? You gotta, whenever you make that prayer, that's what you pray to. You know what I'm saying? Because in order for your prayer to be heard, right, because everybody, there's angels, okay, that listen to prayers.
Everybody's a son.
Right. But right now, what we're doing is a sacrifice. Because in that time when all hell breaks loose, you want to be saved. You want to be saved too.
Right.
I can't save myself. You brother can't save me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Hopefully my angel, because I heard during the sunset, that's where all the angels come and report back to the Most High.
I can't confirm that. I've never really heard that, but I'll look into it. It'll be a good little homework.
There's a lot of things I've heard, so I just wanted to confirm or deny it.
I can't confirm that.
Okay.
Go ahead.
All right, it says, neither is there salvation in any other, but
Start
there.
from the top. No, talk about the name. Start from the top. Not from the very top, but the 20. Thank you for your time. You know what I'm saying? I know y'all look out for the league right now. I understand. You know what I'm saying? But it's always good to share his word with our people. Especially ones that are listening. Yeah, we talk
I'm
about
going to have to go after this scripture.
Yeah, I know.
It says, neither is there salvation in any other, for there is none other name under heaven given among men whereby we must be saved.
That's right. That's how you can be saved. Is by those names. I know you got to go over there, so I just want to say thank you for your time.
Oh, thank you, guys. I really appreciate it. I prayed for wisdom and I got it. So.
Right. Hey, you didn't know you was going to wake up and, you know what I'm saying?
I didn't.
So you enjoy the rest of your day, though, you know?
All right.
Take care. You said, all right, we can go back to this preaching. Go to Jeremiah 50 and 40. No, 50 and 40. No, it's 50 and 20. Notice how the police ain't came.
I don't know, somebody made on.
Yeah. Notice how the police. Notice how they know the police. No, they coming.
He whisper. Why you whisper?
Say, man, chill out, bro. I know I kept telling them, man, for 3 years, bro. They ain't never said nothing to me because I'm already respectful.
On the sidewalk, no, I don't understand. Like, if you take the sign down, look right here. right?
Yeah.
It's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 50, and verse 23. How is the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder?
That's right. How is the whole earth, how is the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder? Well, this word is cutting through the so-called white man's brick and mortar. All right, all his bullshit lies are being cut through. All right, and now he has our people shook. Evidence that security guard. Go ahead.
It says, how is the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder and broken?
That's right. How is it cut asunder and broken through the word, through the spirit, like we were telling the young lady. The name is so important. That's why I wanted to hone in on that. No. I get what you're saying, a higher, when she said a gathering, I was like, oh, this, you know what I'm saying? That's another stronghold we're gonna have to break,
How is Babylon become a desolation among the nations?
That's right. How is Babylon become a desolation among the nations? Well, the Lord has raised up his prophets, all right, to come and prophesy the downfall and destruction of Babylon the Great. That's a good start. Right?
I have laid a snare for thee, and thou art also taken.
That's right. The Lord has laid a snare for you. He's made you think that your military is the greatest, which it is. Technically it is. Okay, but he's put that spirit of pride on you, as we were speaking about earlier. He put that spirit of pride on you, where you think there's nobody that can bring me down. Then we just go into scripture, who's going to bring me down to the ground? Yeah.
O Babylon, and thou was not aware.
That's right. You were not aware. You weren't paying attention. That's why now all these plagues are hitting you all at once. And you so-called white people, you don't know what to do. Okay? Now you put on a brave smile, you fool our people, you trick our people into thinking that everything's okay. But we know better. We know better. We know that you're in a bad case. And pretty soon, Revelation 12 and 12, when all hell breaks loose, hey, the devil's gonna come out and show his horns, man. He's gonna be shooting niggas.
When the Lord say, I shall make a small nation strong and a great one.
Right.
So that's what the Lord doing, raising up all these nations against Babylon.
Right. Hey, and look, what does it go back to? Prophecy.
Right.
These are things that comfort us. Like we were telling the young lady, like, look, these are things like knowing that our people of our people, or the people that you know closely, all right, could turn you in, or could be against you secretly, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna happen. It's gonna be a fire of affliction. All right.
It says, I have laid a snare for thee, and thou art also taken.
That's right. The Lord has laid a snare for you, so-called white people. All right, America. Okay. He laid a snare for you. All right. And now you about to get ready to be taken. Okay. Because look at what's going on in America and across the world, apparently. Okay. We talked about cannibalism earlier, and famine is hitting the entire earth, man. And people are not prepared for this. We're preparing ourselves right now. I try to fast as much as I can, but being on the road is a little tougher, but whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because we're getting ready to come a time where you ain't gonna have no choice. Jackson, Mississippi sees it. There's no water. How the hell you gonna bathe yourself? Huh? We're coming into the time. That's why I'm like, I know brothers, brothers want women and stuff, you know what I mean? Especially when they're at their lowest and they just gonna be begging according to Isaiah 41. But I don't know if that's something I want to take home. Because ain't gonna be no bath. How you, that's a lot of menstruating, if you understand what I'm saying. But,
O Babylon, and thou was not aware, thou art found, and also come, because thou hast striven against the Lord Yahweh.
That's right, you strove against the Lord Yahweh. How? Through his people. You put his people to death. You're feeding us dung. Okay, you're making us breathe unhealthy air. We can't even bathe in the water. You say that there's a water shortage on the earth. You're striving against the Lord. All right?
All right, verse 23. The Lord Yahweh,
I hate this.
the Lord Yahweh has opened up his armory and has brought forth the weapons of his indignation.
And it ain't just talking about nuclear weapons, which that's the prime weapon, okay? But the Lord is bringing these plagues. He's opened up his armory. All right, now you got economic turmoil, which we were going into earlier. Okay, all these things are happening all at once. Hey man, hey, how about Shema Shah is not to be played with, man? All right, not to be played with. I'm still waiting for the police. Not to speak it in the, but I'm just saying, Jake, chill out. I got this,
For this is the work of the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushai of hosts in the land of the Chaldeans.
That's right. This is the land of the Chaldeans. All right, which the Chaldeans represent the elite of this society. Okay, this is their excellency, known as Babylon the Great. Jump down to 43 for me. And they hear all this message. See, the regular, degular, everyday Edomite, they don't pay no attention to this because they think this is goofy. Okay, but the elite of this society understand this message is dangerous. Okay, this is dangerous to their society. Go ahead.
Verse 43, it says, the king of Babylon hath heard the report of them, and his hands waxed feeble.
Let's read that one more time.
The king of Babylon.
The king of Babylon, all right? The king of Babylon is the elite of the society. What?
Hath heard the report of them, and his hands has waxed feeble.
That's right. The king of Babylon have heard their report, and his hands have waxed feeble, meaning he's scared. See, that's why we tell you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, do not be afraid. Do not let that brave ass smile that he got, that how the so-called white man laugh, don't show his teeth. That smile, don't let that shit fool you. These devils are scared out of their mind, and as well as they should be.
Anguish took hold of him, and pain as a woman in travail.
That's right. Pangs and travail has grabbed a hold on the Chaldeans, the elite, okay? And they're trying to do everything, even with that security guard. They're trying to do anything, okay? They sending this guy to keep coming around here harassing us. Why? Okay? We ain't moved an inch. Like I stated before, I've been teaching him for 3 years.
Jake definitely paid off. Who is working for him?
We on private property, okay. If I go across the street, that's private property. But, you know what I'm saying, then what? You know what I'm saying? Long as I'm not here doing business hours and things of that nature, well after the time, that's why I pick the time, that I do, because I know that ain't nobody gonna be there. Okay, but that's beside the point. The point is, okay, that these people are scared, they shook, they hear the report. Okay, they know this message is dangerous, and it's waking up a lot of Israelites, as evident as we just seen earlier.
Verse 44 says, behold, he shall come up like a lion from the swelling of Jordan unto the habitation of the strong.
And that's Yahushua. Yahushua is going to come up, and he's going to take this devil out of power, okay? And you're gonna be brought out of power, and forever and ever and ever and ever. You will be known. You're already known as the wicked, but you're gonna be known as the kingdom that fell like none other. Go to Isaiah 47. We're gonna circle back. No, start at 7.
All right, the book of Isaiah chapter 47 and verse 7. And thou sayest, I shall be a lady forever, so that thou didst not lay these things to thy heart, neither didst thou remember, neither didst remember the latter end of it.
That's right. So you didn't consider, all right, your actions would lead to what's going to happen now. All right, the so-called white man never considers his actions. Even going back to his forefather Esau. Esau did not consider his action of selling the birthright. He didn't consider that. He was like, oh, what is this birthright going to do for me? What's it going to do for me? I'm going to just give this to Jacob for that red pottage. Okay? He didn't even think about it. Now that he sees the fruit and that we're getting ready to come into power, now he wants it back. Who's the real Indian giver, man? Go ahead.
It says, therefore here...
That ain't drunk, huh?
Therefore hear now this, thou art given to pleasures that dwellest carelessly, that saith in thine heart, I am and none else beside me.
That's the theme of today's camp. I am and none else beside me. I am this. I'm this great. I'm not going to be wrung out of power. That pride is being called out. It's being called out. And everybody who's in the spirit, even a young lady, okay, even a young lady understands, even at the age of 21. 21, brother, bro, we was way in the world. I wasn't thinking about nothing about the Bible. I thought I was, but I'm like, no. And that's how you know we at the end. The young people, we got a young brother named Cub Yahweh out here teaching. Young brother, 12 years old, I think, 11 years old, teaching on the streets. You know what I'm saying? That's how you know that's how we know that we're at the end.
It says, I shall not sit as a widow, neither shall I know the loss of children.
That's a proud statement, ain't it? That's a proud ass statement. I'm not gonna be sitting there as a widow. You ain't gonna put me to death. I'm not going into slavery. So-called white man just doesn't realize what's waiting.
But these two things shall come to thee in a moment, in one day. The loss of children.
The loss of children.
And widowhood.
And widowhood. So everything that America has built upon, everything that you built to this point, the last 4,500 years, will be stripped away from you in one day. All right?
They shall come upon thee in their perfection for the multitude of thy sorcery.
For the multitude of thy sorcery. What?
And for the great abundance of thine enchantment.
For the great abundance of thine enchantment. Scripture says, stand with thine enchantment. Okay? Satan got you to this point. You need to stay with Satan. But see, that's the thing. Satan has fled you. Satan has fled, all right, the so-called white man. All right? Now he out there butt naked and he's flailing and don't even know in the dark.
For thou hast trusted in thy wickedness. Thou hast said, none seeth me.
None seeth me. You have trusted in your own wickedness. You think that you have gotten away with putting your hands on the so-called Black, Latino, Native American. The Lord said, what the scripture says, I will require that which is of old, right? The Lord said that he has remembrance for all things, okay? Even back when the same spirit was in Cain, all that's going to be required from you. All right, putting Abel to death all the way to this point. All that's going to be required of you, Mr. So-called white man. And you're going to pay with your own blood and your own bodies, okay? You're going into slavery, okay, for 1,000 years, all right? And you're going to be exterminated off the earth. What?
Thy wisdom and thy knowledge, it has perverted thee.
Your science, okay? What's the nigga name? Harori? No, I can't think of his name. That proud ass devil.
They said that we have surpassed the God of the Bible. We don't need him.
Weirdo. But that's the pride of the so-called white man, the so-called Jew.
That's like the most proud statement I have heard from anybody.
Right. I can't even hit. Jake say some proud ass shit. Okay, Jake say some real proud ass shit. But Esau take that shit to another level, bro. Go ahead.
And thou hast said in thy heart, I am, and none else beside me.
Notice how they said it again. Okay? The so-called white man understands, or at least in his mind. See, that's the thing. That's the difference between the so-called Black, Latino, Native American and the so-called white man. The so-called white man understands his purpose. His purpose is to be destructive and destroy. So he's going to complete that, all right, at all costs. He's not going to stop. The so-called Black, Latino, Native American is over here trying to be buddy-buddy with this guy. Befriend him. This nigga trying to destroy you, trying to befriend him. Weirdo shit. Go ahead.
It says, therefore shall evil come upon thee. Thou shalt not know from whence it rises.
Don't that sound like that scripture where it talked about in Jeremiah 50 and 23, where the Lord said, I have laid a snare for thee, and you have not, and you didn't pay attention? See, that's why we telling the young lady, Yahweh Shemel Shai, those are the names you want to pray on to. Those are the names you want to believe in. Those are the names you want to think upon. All right, because the so-called white man is about to fall. Everybody sees it. Even a 21-year-old sees that. You know, Stevie Wonder can see that. All right, go ahead.
And mischief shall fall upon thee.
And mischief shall fall upon you. This right here, this inflation, all right, as Carl Icahn, all right, stated earlier in the article, okay, this right here is some mischief. All right, these plagues that are hitting Babylon the Great. What?
Thou shalt not be able to put it off.
You ain't gonna be able to put this off. All right. Go ahead.
And desolation shall come upon thee suddenly.
Suddenly. Okay. The Lord said that these plagues are gonna come on America suddenly. All right. Matter of fact, go. First Thessalonians 5. Go that. Isaiah. Start at the top.
So, book of 1 Thessalonians, chapter 5, verse 1.
And this is to you brothers and sisters. All right, just like the young sister that walked up on us during the camp. Okay, this is to you brothers and sisters that are listening, all right, watching in the background or whatever, first coming in, or even you brothers that are well established. Please understand, man, the Lord has given us the spirit to be able to see into the future, man. All right, through the words of Yahweh Shema Shai. Go ahead.
It says, but of the times and the season, brethren, you have no need that I write unto you.
That's right, of the times and of the seasons. What times are we in? Are we in a time of love right now? Are we in a time of peace? Or is this a time of war? Vladimir Putin just issued a new threat, okay? He just told Biden, all right, please understand that these nukes are not for play. This is for real, okay? This is not a drill, okay? I will use these, okay? Putin has said this, all right? What?
For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai so cometh as a thief in the night.
That's right. The Lord Yahweh Shema Shai cometh as a thief in the night. Those who are not watching will be caught off guard. Those who are watching, all right, and praying unto the Heavenly Father, the right names, okay, ran into that name, ran into those names, that strong tower, all right, the Lord will protect you, all right? Those are not my words. Those are the words of Yahweh Shema Shai. That's a promise from Him.
It says, for when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them.
This right here is when they're gonna say peace and safety. This right here is what they're gonna speak. All right, we're gonna, hey, look, if you just take this right here, okay, we're gonna be able to go back to a regular, society. Okay, this right here is that peace and safety that the so-called white man is getting ready to try to come with. All right.
It says, for when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them.
That's right. Then sudden destruction cometh upon them. Okay. We just read that in Isaiah 47. The Lord said that He was going to come with sudden destruction. All right. All of this is simultaneous, man. That's why, man, you got to be in the spirit in these last times. You got to have wisdom and knowledge. And you got to pray to the Lord. We got to pray more. Actually, us as brothers, we got to pray more. Throw up more curses, more blessings. All right, for the elect. All right. And we got to, hey man, because we're getting ready to come into a time where it's so dangerous. It's so dangerous, okay? This knowledge that we have is super dangerous, all right? So much so that the so-called white man is going to try to raid our communities to find us, okay?
It says, then sudden destruction cometh upon them as travail upon a woman with child.
That's right, a woman with child, she going to be caught off guard because she's not looking for that danger. That's what makes that young lady so special. Okay, she represents a lot of Israelites that are realizing, even at a younger age, we laugh about me and this brother because we're a little bit older. You know, we was at her age, man, we wasn't thinking nowhere near about the Bible. We was just trying to get a piece of ass. You know, being real. Go ahead.
And they shall not escape.
That's right, and they shall not escape nobody. 2/3 of the nation of Israel ain't gonna escape. The so-called white man damn sure ain't gonna escape. Okay, and the rest of these nations that are caught out here in Babylon the Great, if you still here, you ain't gonna escape. All right, I think that's it. Okay, go ahead.
It says, but ye, brethren, are not in darkness.
That's right. We are not in darkness. Okay, we see perfectly fine. We have that light. Like I was telling the young lady, do not, like, you know, some of these camps they'll teach like, hey, look, you need to leave your boyfriend or your husband if you ain't in the truth. You need to, no, that's going off. Okay, the Lord said, let that light be in you. Let you be the light to shine. Maybe even your boyfriend came up and he listened. I can tell you, he wasn't really receptive, but
He's trying to pull her away.
Yeah, he couldn't. I could tell he was uncomfortable, but it's fine. That's fine. You know what I'm saying? That's fine. He's supposed to be resistant. You know what I'm saying? Because the Lord is gonna be the one that, if He's gonna wake him up, gonna shake his ass up. We all got shook up. All right, good.
says that day should overtake you as a thief.
That's right. That day shall overtake you as a thief, man. Come on, man. Lord ain't playing, man. Lord said he coming with a destruction that nobody's going to see other than the elect, man. All right, the elect, according to Romans 11, it says that 7,000 men shall not bow the knee to the image of our all. Okay, and as I was telling the young lady, okay, this is not just the image. This is a part of the image, okay? But everything that you experience, everything that you know, the food that you eat, the air that you breathe, this is all a part of the image, okay? The mark is what's going to lock you in, all right? Go ahead.
It says, ye are all the children of light.
We are the children of light because we can see through the darkness. See, when the so-called white man comes with a new bill, we're the first ones on it. We break it down, like that bill 14067. Okay, that Biden getting ready to pass, or because I did a video on it before they gave me a strike. By the way, brothers, they gave me a strike on my channel, so that's why I ain't been loading. You brothers know I put up videos every day. Okay, so if I don't put up a video every day, you better know the so-called white man probably got me sitting down in the corner somewhere. I'm going to go to my next channel. Okay, but read that last part again.
It says, ye are all children of the light and the children of the day.
Lord willing, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shah, by the way, go ahead.
We are not of the night nor of darkness.
That's right. We are not of night. We're not of the night, and we're not of darkness. There are some of us that actually get this truth because it was given to us from the beginning. What?
Let us not sleep as others and do others.
Let us not sleep as others, man. Okay. Let us not be dumbfounded in Christianity and all these things, because it's too dangerous. Okay, it's way too dangerous to be out here talking about you a Christian in 2022. The so-called white man done put down Christianity a long time ago. Christianity has done what it is supposed to do. Okay, it has done what it's supposed to do. It is accomplished what it was supposed to accomplish. All right, and now you're in 2022. That is scary. Even for you Jakes that know that you're Israelites and you in the wrong doctrine, this is scary. Please understand what you're a part of. But
it says, but let us watch and be sober.
And let us watch and be sober. Okay? Watching with sober eyes. Alright? Watching with a sober spirit. Alright? Within the sober doctrine. The doctrine that's going to keep us upright. The doctrine that's going to keep us shining bright in this world. Okay?
It says, for they that sleep in the night.
That's right. For they that sleep in the night. That's 2/3 of the nation of Israel. Okay? 2/3 of the nation of Israel sleeping at the wheel right now. They believing in some character named Jesus. Okay? This guy has our people completely asleep. They don't realize what's going on before it's too late. When the so-called white man, go to Revelation 12. When the so-called white man finally shows you those horns, all right, like we got on the artist rendition right here. All right, when the so-called white man says, fuck it, when he has no other card to pull, he's going to come after the so-called black, Latino, Native American and try to kill him. Okay?
It says, Revelation chapter 12 and verse 12. Therefore rejoice, ye heaven, and ye that dwell in them.
That's right.
Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath.
That's right. The devil has come down unto you, having great wrath. Now, he's not going to stop either. He's going to try to imprison us. He's going to call us terrorists. We're going to be called all types of things, okay, to get us off the streets. That right there is a test. We did not move, okay? Now, look, I respect, you know what I'm saying? If I had not known this spot before, you know what I'm saying? I might have moved. You know what I mean? Like if I was kind of new to this spot, like, oh, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Let me just move. But I've been here for 3 years. I've never seen that cat, by the way, until the last 2 weeks.
They pop up at the same certain time.
Come on, bro. I've taught here with brothers. You know what I'm saying? Like, where was this cat before? You know? Anyway.
It says, because he knoweth that he has but a short time.
That's right. That's just that's more affirmation, all right? Or what's the word? That's more of a confirmation, all right? Or affirmation, all right, that this is the truth. Because the truth is going to make people uncomfortable and nervous. And they ain't going to want to hear this. But
it says, and when the dragon saw that he was cast into the earth, he persecuted the woman which was brought forth the man-child.
Hey, the man-child is talking about Yahushua, okay? How about Shimei, all right? Hey, that man-child is going to come and smash this devil into pieces and take his crowns. That's why he got to fight him. This woman, all right, this whore, America, will be stopped, okay? Will be stopped and will be stopped soon, all right? That's all that should be. Yeah. All right, so, I pray that this was edifying for you brothers and sisters out there, man. It was more than edifying for me, taking a part in it, you know what I'm saying? And, we're going to come out, Lord willing, you know what I'm saying, and be right here in the same spot next week. All right, if the Lord wants us to move, he'll make us move. But until then, all right, the Lord is, the Lord is bringing out a lot of edification. That's why Satan moving fast. Satan got to raise up spirits, man, because he don't want, the elect to be sealed. And we are out here, Lord willing, sealing the elect. All right, so with that, we want to give all praises going under to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakakadosh. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Shalom to the elect. Hey, Shalak Rayam, Mashapayim. All right, Yabya Nawa, the enemies of the Lord, Yahweh Shemasha. May the Heavenly Father send many evils into America and the 2/3 of the nation of Israel. Shalom to the elect.
Shalom.